It was the year 1791 in Bombay, India. Faramji Pestonji Kotwal, a Parsi gentleman, had purchased a promissory note from a British officer named George Cox for the sum of 1,000 rupees. However, Kotwal soon discovered that the note was fraudulent and that Cox had forged the signature of a third party. Feeling cheated, Kotwal decided to take legal action against Cox. At the time, there was no formal system of justice in India. Disputes were often settled through traditional practices and customs. However, the British East India Company had established a Supreme Court of Justice in Bombay in 1726 to settle disputes between British subjects and Indian citizens. Kotwal decided to file a complaint against Cox in the court of the British East India Company. The case marked the beginning of a formal system of justice in India and set a precedent for the role of the judiciary in the country. The case went through several rounds of hearings, with Kotwal presenting evidence and witnesses to prove that Cox had committed fraud and forgery. Cox, in turn, argued that he had been unaware of the forgery and had acted in good faith. The court carefully considered all of the evidence and ultimately found Cox guilty of fraud and forgery. He was sentenced to 2 years in prison and a fine of 1,000 rupees. The landmark case had a significant impact on Indian legal history and established the principles of justice, fairness, and due process that continue to guide the country's legal system today. In summary, India's first filed criminal case was a story of a citizen seeking justice and holding a person in power accountable. It marked the beginning of a formal system of justice in India and set a precedent for the role of the judiciary in the country. The case remains a landmark moment in Indian legal history and is an example of how the law can be used to ensure justice and fairness for all.